South Korea's inflation rate of food products has surpassed the average of major economies for the first time in more than 2 years, according to OECD data.
경제협력개발기구 OECD 자료에 따르면 우리나라 식품 물가 상승률이 주요 선진국 평균 수준을 2년여 만에 다시 추월한 것으로 나타났습니다. Okay, so this time we're looking at food prices and inflation.
And inflation. We've discussed this several times, I believe already. But if you look at numbers released by the OECD for February of this year, Korea's food product inflation rate rose by 6.95%, nearly 7%.
Right.
And if you compare that to the OECD average of 5.32%, it's much higher than that. And it's the first time in more than 2 years that Korea's food product inflation rate has surpassed the OECD average. Right when the Russia-Ukraine war erupted in November or beginning of 2021 was the last time that it exceeded the OECD average.
OECD 평균이 이제 5%대인데 반해 우리나라는 지금 식품 가격을 봤을 때 물가 상승률이 6%대입니다. 거의 7%에 가깝기 때문에 평균을 훨씬 웃도는 수준이 되겠고요. 이 식료품을 food product라고 할 수 있군요.
Yeah, this is a business article or an economic article. So in day-to-day speech, you would just say food. Prices of food are going up. But if you say food products, the actual dictionary definition in economic terms is a substance that can be used or prepared for use as food. So just in the broad sense, we're talking about food products. That can include beverages as well. Here we're talking about non-alcoholic beverages. So essentially, when you go to the supermarket for your groceries, if you notice that the total or your credit card balance is going up because of this, here's your evidence of that.
그렇군요. 네, 식료품, food product. 사실 이 안에 food and beverage의 의미가 들어가 있고 alcoholic beverage는 아니고요. 식품과 음료의 그런 품목들, food product라고 통칭해서 쓸 수 있겠습니다. Now, if we compare Korea to the major economies of the OECD.
So if you thought food prices are going up in Korea, go to Turkey, where food products have gone up 71%. I had to reread this
71%.
to think that it's not an actual typo here. But Turkey, in the same period, in February 2024, their food products rose 71.12% to be exact. And, Turkey's economy is suffering from high inflation, obviously, and unemployment, and the leadership there has been criticized for mishandling the economy. But it's very volatile in terms of food prices in Turkey. After that is Iceland, down at 7.52%, and then you have Korea, and then Greece comes in fourth.
자, 주요 선진국을 major economies라고 얘기할 수 있습니다.
So a major economy would be any sovereign state with a high quality of life, advanced technological infrastructure, basically wealthy countries.
맞아요. 아니면 정말 더 심플하게 rich countries 이렇게 말할 때도 있어요. 가끔 보면은.
I think the UN term is developed countries. And on the other side, you'd have developing countries. I think what's not being used these days are terms like third world countries are being phased out, I think. So I think major economy, developed countries, these are the terms to use. And usually these are measured with GDP, GNP, or per capita income.
Absolutely. 네, 1인당 국민 소득이라든지 이런 지표들을 가지고 이제 선진국인지 아닌지를 나누죠. 주요 선진국들, 주요 국가들을 major economies라고 할 수 있습니다. Here's the headline again. South Korea's inflation rate of food products has surpassed the average of major economies for the first time in more than 2 years, according to OECD data.